Time for us to take a look at some of our Alaska news for this Wednesday. It is July 19th, 2017. There was a large earthquake off Russia, and a tsunami warning was issued. However, no tsunami developed. I think there was about a 3.5 foot inch difference in waves. And so they basically called off the tsunami alert after a couple of hours. There was a carbon monoxide alarm that went off at the governor's mansion on Sunday night. The responders did a test and found no gas. And then they found that the carbon monoxide alarms themselves were over 10 years old. And just a reminder to the public that CO alarms are only normally good between 5 and 7 years. Fish and Game says there's no evidence of tick on that North Pole mule deer. As you recall, mule deer are not common. In fact, they're not native to the interior of Alaska. This particular deer, they believe, is a straggler from a population down in Canada, which has moved up through the interior. There's been some fears that as these mule deer move into Alaska, they may bring with them some ticks, which then could kill off the moose. Once again, they took this carcass and looked over it very carefully. There's no evidence of any ticks, but they say it's possible the ticks may have fallen off when the deer died. They have no idea when the deer died, whether it was in the winter and then thawed out or if it was during the springtime. Either way, if anyone knows, they're asking for any help on that. There was a spill in April up at Prudhoe Bay, which has now led to a wider review and the suspension of 14 wells. Part of this is that these old wells have a different kind of construction than some of the newer ones. That what happened is that when the permafrost underneath melted, the unit itself sank, built up more pressure, and then it eventually sprayed. The spray didn't hurt any people or wildlife. It didn't even affect the tundra because it was limited there to the gravel pad. But out of concern, they shut down 14 different wells, and now they are reviewing operations throughout the entire area. Conservative lawmaker Mike Dunleavy is the first high-profile candidate for the 2018 governor's race, actually filing paperwork on Monday, which now allows him to start raising money. As you recall, there were a number of high-profile Republicans who indicated interest at a fundraiser about a month ago. The question about whether or not King Cove will ever get a road continues to plague people, as Governor Walker may have jumped the gun a little bit in announcing in that press release that he was working with the Trump administration to get it done. Even the supporters of the road now are fighting amongst each other over how best to pursue this, because it's very likely that no matter what they approve or how they try to proceed, there will be opposition in the courts from environmentalist groups. Inspired by Trump's infrastructure initiative, the Copper Valley area has dusted off plans to tie into the railbelt utilities, and it looks like interior legislators are still facing these per diem questions. And part of it, of course, is that as the special session has dragged on into the summer months and the prices go up because of tourist season, it makes it much more expensive for everybody. We'll have more on that, of course, as it continues to develop. If you've got a news tip for me, send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. And if you'd like more news, I do a 30 to 40-minute audio version, which I send out to my subscribers, paid subscribers. If you'd like to become one, I will send you a sample and see what you think. steve@radiofreespeech.com.